Now we discuss the structure of pollen grain. Usually the pollen grains are spherical in shape. The wall of the pollen grain is stratified and differentiated into two layers, namely outer layer called as exine and the inner layer called as intine. Exine, again it is divided into ecatexine and endexine. Outer layer ecatexine, inner layer endexine. Then this ecatexine is again divided into tectum, baculum and foot layer. Now we discuss in detail. Exine, it is the outermost layer. It is considerably thick and it is made up of sporopollenine. Sporopollenine is important to note. It is resistant to the physical and the biological composition due to this sporopollenine, and so that pollens are preserved in fossil deposits. This exine is further divided into sublayers, that is the outer layer called as ecatexine, or it is also called as sexine, and inner layer called as endexine or annexine. The ecatexine is again divided into three layers, namely upper tectum, middle baculum and basal foot layer. So look here, outer layer, that is the tectum, then tectum and the foot layer, they are connected by this baculum, and the next to baculum, it is the foot layer. So the tectum, baculum and the foot layer, they are the parts of ecatexine. Below the ecatexine, there is the endexine, and this endexine and the ecatexine, both of them, they produces exine. The exine is completely absent, or it may be represented by endexine only below the pore or aperture region. Pollen grains possesses some germ pores. So below the germ pores, there is the only endexine. Exine is absent. Exine is completely absent, or it may be represented by endexine. So ecatexine is absent in the germ pore. Then intine. Below the exine, there is the intine. It is the pectocellulosic in nature. Exine is a sporopollenine and intine is pectocellulosic in nature. The cellulose component is with microfibrils. In the mature pollen grain, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, ash and water is present. So the protein is about 7 to 26%, carbohydrate it is about 24 to 48%, fats 0.9 to 14.5%, ash 0.9 to 5.4% and water 7.16%. Then the mature pollen grain or microspores, they are spherical in nature, they are uninucleate, single nucleus is present, and at the time of maturity the nucleus get enlarged, cytoplasm becomes very thick, or it is called as dense cytoplasm, and it increases its amount. Then there is one more peculiarity, that means when the pollen grains are fully matured, vacuoles are formed. During the development of male gametophyte, the first division is unequal. Nucleus gets divided and this division is unequal, and they form two unequal cells, a larger vegetative cell and smaller generative cell. Usually generative cell is attached initially to the intine of the pollen wall, and each cell, that means vegetative cell as well as generative cell, possesses single nucleus. Here you observe from outside there is the exine, then there is the intine, then in the center vacuole is there, vegetative cell and generative cell. Generative cell is small, vegetative cell is large. In the both a single nucleus is present and the three vacuoles are there. In the vegetative cell vacuoles are very clear, and here you observe the germ pore. Germ pore is very clear. So this is the structure of the pollen grain. Next time we discuss how these pollen grains germinate.